Hey, welcome back to Create Arcane Engineering, where in the last video, we set up this small workshop area with most of the early game Create contraptions. There's a couple that I haven't done yet, like the drill or the saw and the spout, but for all intents and purposes, this can be my Create setup for a while. And I was just thinking about how the progression is going to go from here, and there's still a little bit more that I want to do on this first tech before I move on, but I also want to get the first magic chapter out of the way. And I have a suspicion that this will help with some of the stuff I want to do later on. So, that's the main goal for this video. And it seems like I've already touched on a couple of the things. I don't know, but the main thing to get done here is the runic tablet. What that's going to need, I don't know. That's kind of the point of checking this out. And there's a few other small things that I plan to do, but I'll get to that if I've got time. So, magic chapter. There's a whole thing here on the side about getting smooth stone slabs? Is that really a big deal? I don't think so. At least to do it manually. But if it's asking me about a stone cutter, does that mean I need multiple? Well, it's giving me 16, so I probably need more than one. Used for backpack upgrades. Interesting. And probably more than that. I'll see. Automation isn't a concern right now. I'll get onto that later. But I'll do all the smooth stone slab stuff after the fact. That's all simple enough. I don't know what any of this is with corundum clusters. So first off, I need a spout above a corundum block. Where is corundum? Below Y20 apparently. Well, I'll grab a spout and I'll go looking for it. I need a sealed machine and a hopper. I already made a sealed machine for the smeltery, so I just need a bunch of cured rubber. I've got plenty of leftover latex, so that shouldn't be an issue like it was last time. And on top of that, now that I've got the bulk blasting, I can smelt these up much faster than before. Or not? Yeah, it's just blasting. I'll give it a minute, because I still need to get the copper casing and stuff. Okay, yeah, there we go. It just took a little while. Maybe because I put 60 in. Anyway, sealed machine, and hopper is unchanged. So there's a spout. I should only need the one, and the quest said to bring some water with me. So, yeah. And now I just find corundum. I still don't know how to find this. I'm guessing it's just something deep in a cave somewhere. So I'll see what I can find. I've already explored a lot of this cave, and I didn't find anything that looked like corundum. So either it's rare, or this is too deep for it to spawn. Ooh, and along the way, I need to keep an eye out on runic ore, be it deep slate or otherwise, because I'm going to need a lot of these runes. Oh, and is that... I think that's an azurine cluster. Yeah, it is. That's going to save me some time later. I'll get back to that. For now, I'm just looking for corundum. Although after a few deaths down here, oh god, I'm feeling very fragile. Oh god. So maybe I should do something about that. Vanilla armor seems to be unchanged. Is there anything else good? Ooh, there's Tinker's armor. Maybe that's a bit far off. I probably could go to the Nether, but that's a bit far out of the way right now. And I would just make some iron armor, but I think I've run out of iron. 1 second. I need to get my stuff back again. And then while I'm down here, I need to mine some iron, so that I can get myself some basic armor. Right, maybe now I'll be a bit safer underground. Oh, that's where those noises are coming from. Shut up, Jesus. A jukebox slate. Let me guess. Yeah! It spawned with 11. God, I'm just mining away and I start hearing heavy breathing, thinking there's some kind of insanity mod in this. Well, I've been mining now for 45 minutes? Something like that. And while I'm getting very annoyed with all of these mobs that keep jumping me, I haven't found anything. Never mind! Oh, there's millions of it. Jeez, that's just everywhere. Do they just spawn in veins like this? Because I highly doubt they're actually this common, and I happen to have been missing them all this time. Although maybe it was a too deep sort of problem. Well, I'll grab one of each color. Ooh, indigo was the one I was kind of hoping to find. But I feel like I could do with sprinkling in some yellow. I don't know if there's a reason to use one over the other, but I'll just grab 8 of each and move on. Although I got a lot more yellow clusters. I don't think it really matters. I'm also just quickly going to check out the loot over here. Not very good. Wow, this cave just keeps going. And also this is all at more or less the same Y level as the other corundum, so it's not a Y level thing, it just is that rare and in that quantity. Oh, never mind. There's more corundum there. There's a whole structure above me. I don't know what that's about. I only went deeper because I saw this. Whoa, and there's another mimic. What did he give me this time? An antidote vessel. Where does it go? There. Anyway, the rest of the loot was garbage. Right, I think before I get too lost in this cave, I'm just gonna cut my losses and go home. I got what I came here for, and that's it. And if I happen across some diamonds along the way, I can grab that too. But I just need to get out of here before I die and lose all of this. Okay, that's one mostly successful mining trip finished. So, now I have corundum clusters, and I can probably get more. It needs to be below Y20 to grow, but that's not really a problem. Anyway, now it's telling me I need a crafting table, a mixer, and a basin? I need to mix 3 corundum clusters with a rune dust to make violet corundum. Okay. It doesn't have to be either of those. I'll just grab a crafting table. And I guess I'll grab the mixer and the basin to complete that quest. But I need rune dust. And I completed the quest because I found some in a chest somewhere? Maybe? I don't know where it is though, so I'm just gonna make some more. I have the millstone, and it makes quite a lot at a time. So there's a lot of violet corundum clusters, and I may as well convert all the indigo ones too. I'm guessing the violet does most things, but I don't know. Oh! And with the violet corundum clusters, I can make a rune profit. Ah. I need more rune dust though, and I'll grab the mechanical press to complete that task. Ooh, but it needs its own basin. I can make another one of them. And for now, I'll just swap it over. I don't need another mechanical press yet. But if I take rune dust and the violet corundum clusters in the mechanical press, does it have to be the right quantities? Oh, it needs to be blaze burner heated. Well, I converted all of my runes to dust, so I think I'm gonna have to do this to get them back, because the runic tablet needs runes. Well, how do I get a blaze burner? I need a runic tablet if I don't want to go find a blaze, but the blaze burner itself needs netherrack, so I guess I'm still going to the nether. I guess I'm gonna have to go mine some obsidian. Ooh, but my pickaxe is a bit slow. Please tell me this works. Good. It might be a bit of a waste to get hastier now, but speed is always worth it. And maybe I can get some more redstone while I'm down there. Right, let's see what difference this makes. Ooh, yeah, that's much faster. Is it the same as efficiency 5? I don't know. But anyway, there's a bunch of obsidian really quickly. And if I'm already in the mines, I can get a few more runes. And that way I don't have to bother trying to find a blaze. Okay, now to make that nether portal. Although I'm not super sure where. Do I even do it inside? I don't think I do. Ooh. What if I put it underneath the bridge? That could be cool. Don't want it peeking over to the surface though. So it's just gonna be in like that. As for how I get out, I think I'm still just climbing up the side. But that's fine. Well, what's the nether gonna look like in this pack? Hard to tell. But just from the first little bit that's decided to load, very different to normal. Ooh yeah, there's some interesting things in here. And a lot of endermen. Okay. And a lot of wither skeletons in this biome. I feel like I might die. Hang on, if I can kite them a little bit. I just need to get a bit of netherrack and leave. Please don't kill me. Okay, I made it back. And now I can make that blaze burner. And hopefully I don't have to go back there for a while. So now I just need that runic tablet. So I may as well complete this quest line. I need a furnace, then smooth stone. That's not very hard. Then I need a stone cutter, I guess. I don't, but I need to complete the quest. So there. But it still hasn't unlocked the next layer because I need to do both things. So I need a saw blade. Then with another andesite machine, I can get a mechanical saw that I'm not going to do anything with for a while. Then I've already got the smooth stone slabs. So the runic tablet needs a deployer. And I just put a rune in there and a stone slab beneath. And there we go. Runic tablet. And I may as well collect all of these rewards so that I get a lot of stuff completed in one. Anyway, I just want to get my runes back. So, I need to modify the floor a bit. And then that gives me, whoa, for the blaze burner. Okay, there goes a runic tablet. Oh, I do that. Okay. So then if I put a lot of stuff in there and heat the blaze burner, it makes me runes. Okay. And I guess I'll also make myself a bunch more runic tablets. That should do for now. And that's, yeah, the first magic chapter complete. Cool. That was both longer and shorter than I thought. Shorter in the sense that I got through the tree very quickly, but longer in the sense that I had no idea corundum would be so rare to find. But anyway, I don't think I've got time to finish off some of the other tech things. I can complete this though, and actually, that's almost this whole chapter done, so why not finish that off? I need a hand crank, which uses nothing at all, and then all of these I just tick. I was gonna hold out to tick them when I actually needed to look at the mod, although a lot of them I've already seen before. It's mostly just the magic ones. But there, that's the chapter complete. So I think I'll save my last few tech things for next time, despite how few things there are. And for the end of this video, I'm gonna tackle this problem. I forgot to mention it again last time, but now that this has pretty much spread as far as it can go, I don't like it. I don't like just having a random corner of mossy cobblestone. It feels dirty, because it basically is. And I think the solution I have to this problem is also the solution I have for this bridge. Because after episode 1, I did go and fiddle with the design for this, I just forgot to do it until basically now. And that brings me on to the other thing that I brought up at the start of this video, which is this, azurine. Because this is actually a really nice building material. The unrefined stuff here doesn't look great. It's a bit of an awkward amethyst, but the refined and the polished, ooh, that's really nice. And when I was designing the bridge, I just figured, creative mode, it's fine. And I was looking for something similar to mineral that I could get in wall form, and so I found azurine. I didn't end up using the wall in the end. I'll get onto that when I build the bridge. But I did still like the azurine. So I'm gonna get myself a lot of this. And hopefully I can uncover the azurine catalyst. It's presumably near the center of this vein. But by the shape that this is making, I don't know if it has a center. Yeah, I have a suspicion the azurine catalyst is separate to any kind of azurine vein. But there's a lot more here in the one vein than I thought there would be. By the way that it's described, I thought it would be like an amethyst geode, where you get maybe 2 stacks of it if you're lucky. But no, I'm onto my 5th stack, and I feel like I've barely touched this, so I might not need the catalyst. And my pickaxe is broken. That's probably enough then. And there's even more of it up there. Yeah, I don't think azurine is going to be a problem. So, I've got all of this azurine, but I need to actually convert it into all of this. And I did just get a stone cutter, which, yeah, is all I need to get exactly what I'm looking for. And I need a lot of the slabs. And I could go for the cut slabs instead of the brick slabs. That might be better. But for now, I'll stick with the brick slabs. If I need to, I can not put these back in the stone cutter. Okay, yes I can. Just with a few extra steps. And these azurine bricks become the new floor of the bridge. But as it currently is, now there's too much blue. So I need to do something about the mineral. And this design isn't bad, but I found one more little tweak that I just really liked. And it involves something that I didn't know was just built into Create, copycat blocks. I'm used to there being a lot more than just these two, the step and the panel, but even these two are still really useful. But for my purposes, I need the step, and I get that by stone cutting zinc. I have lots of zinc. I'm going to need lots of zinc soon, so there's no reason not to go overboard with this. But for now, I only need a few copycat steps. I'll get half a stack. And so with these steps, they're kind of finicky to place, but I can just have them run along the side, like that, and then I can make them look like mineral logs. And isn't that just really nice? It does make the bridge look really thin though, so that's when I just add the same thing on the underside. And that looks pretty nice. So that's more or less the design that I settled on. There are a few things that annoy me a little bit about this, like how it doesn't quite connect properly either side really, but it's close enough that it just kind of works enough. And as far as actually using it as a bridge goes, it's pretty nice. I like it. But then comes this, the disconnect between the bridge and the floor, and I think you can see where this is going. I'm gonna replace every little bit of this floor with azurine brick slabs. But doing this all by hand is gonna be kind of painful. Is there any way that I can replace? No. Copy? No. Any gadgets? No. I think I'm just gonna have to do it by hand, which is going to take a very long time. But I think just for now, I'm gonna replace this bit carefully, and I'll see how it changes the feel of this area. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I haven't done it perfectly, but this is more just to test how I feel about this before I commit. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. Do I like it? Do I not? It really feels like bathroom tiles to me, and I can't really shake that. Hang on, what if I try the brick? It's not super different, but I do kind of prefer the brick instead of the small brick. I guess I may as well try the other ones while I'm at it. Which one of these do I like best? I'm not really sure. I think I might go with the large brick, because it still feels like stone, whereas the small brick feels a bit more metallic, or even ceramic, or something like that. But I want that stony feeling, and because of just the stone brick pattern, it breaks up its own grid, so it feels nicer. I retain some of that gravelly texture without it becoming too weird. Yeah, I think I go with the brick. I guess before I commit to any one thing, I could ask the opinion of the comment section. What do you guys think would look best? But unless there's a resounding yes towards an alternative or a resounding no to the bricks, I'll just go with that. Or maybe there's some other block that you think would be good. There's so much shit in this mod pack that I don't know about. Chipped alone does a lot. Well, is there anything else that I can do before I finish this? I don't know. Ooh, one thing. I've got this corundum and the spouts, and I never did anything with them. So I'm gonna experiment with that. I'll excavate a large-ish space, and then I think I can just place these around. Although, I have enough of them. I don't really need to be efficient. So if I just place... Oh! It's already growing. I didn't expect it to grow that way. But I've got one more of each. Which... Do they go... like this? Maybe... Oh, I can't bucket water into a spout. How do I put water into it then? An item drain? Probably. I just need some more sealed mechanisms to make another sealed machine. Then with a spare set of iron bars, I can make the drain. And then I need a pipe, copper sheets and ingots. That's not a big deal. And then, I think I can do that. Without a pump, it needs to be gravity fed. But that doesn't work. How do I get a pump? Cogwheel. That's not so hard. Oh, but then I need rotational power. Water wheel? I should only need a small one. It's just doing the one pump. So then I'll put the pump there. Water wheel down there. Connected just to the pump. And I'll just do the little water wheel solution. And there, now it's spinning the pump. So if I put water in... Okay, it is draining it very slowly. Whoa. Did it make it grow, or did it happen to... It's making it grow. Right. Well, in the time that it's taken for me to set this thing up, I've grown quite a lot else. And it seems to mostly just grow up. What I want to know is if it's guaranteed to do that when the water goes on it. It seems quicker, but it's not guaranteed. I don't know. I shouldn't need to push this to the extremes just yet. Unless I want a fully automatic way of getting runic tablets, I don't really have to worry about this. And if they can grow themselves on their own, do I even need something like this? Because to my knowledge, the corundum itself isn't super useful. I don't know if the block itself has a use. Only the clusters do. But even then, the clusters just serve the purpose of making runes. And there might be better ways of doing that? I don't know. But as far as just getting the clusters, I think I can just place down the corundum, it'll grow up and create crystals, and it'll be fine. I can just make giant swaths of these. I don't need to worry about spouts. I don't know, I'll figure this out whenever I need it. And so I don't think there's anything else really that I'm curious about. So then next time I'll finish off my plans for the tier 1 of tech. Maybe move on further? I don't know. What I have planned is kind of big. On my own, I'll swap over the flooring with whichever Azurine is the most popular. Probably also mine a bit more stuff so I don't get stuck next time. And I should also probably find some acacia wood on my own. I don't know. There's plenty to think about. But as far as this video is concerned, I'm pretty happy with his progress. We've finished everything in Chapter 0, started and finished everything in the first magic chapter, and are almost done with the first layer of the tech tree. Well then, I don't think I have anything else to say, so I'm going to call the video here. Bye.